Hello and welcome to Commsverse. This session is Altigen Solutions for Microsoft Teams Phone System. The speaker this evening is Jeremiah Fleming from Altigen. Over to you.
Thanks, Randy, and hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the session today. So I'm going to provide a preview of the various solutions and services Altigen offers for Microsoft Teams. But prior to getting into that, just wanted, in case you're not familiar with Altigen, just want to provide a brief overview of who we are and what we do. We're a longtime Microsoft ISV, developing today enhanced communication solutions for Microsoft Teams, and prior to that, Skype for Business. And we have a number of solutions that we bring to the table: SIP trunks, which Microsoft calls direct routing. We have intelligent call routing solutions, as well as departmental and informal and formal contact center solutions. And as you can see from the slide here, I won't read every one of these bullet points, but we've been doing this for more than 20 years. We have over 20,000 subscribers in our cloud. So, I think we're doing a pretty good job here, and we also provide complete services to help both customers and partners get up and running on Teams phone system. So for those of you that may not have been paying attention to Microsoft's various press releases and earnings announcements, primarily, and maybe in some respects, primarily due to COVID-19, Teams has literally exploded in terms of number of subscribers in the past year, going from really from even 6 months ago or a year ago, 10 million subscribers to just over 80 million subscribers today. So for us as Microsoft customers and Microsoft partners, this creates a real opportunity now that Teams is being deployed as a collaboration solution to enhance the customer's experience and upgrade Teams to a complete business phone system and eliminate the proprietary PBX that as a customer you may be running, or as a partner you may be supporting on behalf of your customers. So it's interesting, as we talk to a lot of customers and partners, many customers and partners aren't aware that Teams actually can be the phone system. Most are aware of Teams as a collaboration platform with chat and meetings and conferencing and everything in one place, file sharing, all those nice things that Teams does as a collaboration solution. But Teams does have the capabilities to completely replace your business PBX as your business phone system as a complete cloud solution deployed in Azure. So we'll go through some of these capabilities on Teams phone system, but more importantly, we'll talk about how we can help customers migrate from whatever existing PBX you may have today, whether it's on-premise or in the cloud, or we can also help partners help your customers do that migration and work with our partners on your behalf. So this diagram is something that's published on the Microsoft website that simply shows a really simplistic view of what Teams is. And, we hear certainly a lot of terms from Microsoft when they talk about modern workplace. We're talking about 365 and Teams. Phone system has changed names. It's a real chameleon. It's changed names from Cloud PBX to phone system several times. But that is the core calling capabilities, as well as, of course, in order to have a phone system, you need access to the outside world. So you have two choices, either using Microsoft's calling plans or going with a direct routing solution, which is a SIP trunk solution from a certified provider like Altigen. We also get lots of questions from customers. What does it take, licensing-wise, to get from where you're at today with Teams that is included with virtually every 365 plan today? But what does it take to get to, from where you're at today to Teams phone system? And there are actually just a couple of licenses. One is the PBX license that for most plans is $8. It's included, and I'm sorry, I'm giving US figures here, but for most plans, $8. It's included with an E5 license. Voicemail is included already with every PBX license. And of course, they also offer auto tenant and call queues as part of that PBX license. And then the only two optional licenses are you have to get a calling plan. In other words, you need to connect to the outside world with a PSTN calling plan, either Microsoft or a direct routing provider, and then PSTN conferencing. If you don't have an E5 license, then those are your choices. So the licensing is actually pretty simple now. I think Microsoft's done a good job of simplifying that. But for anyone running a robust enterprise class PBX system, there are still some challenges with with migrating to Teams as your enterprise phone system. And I've listed those below here. So one of the biggest challenges we hear from customers is that Microsoft calling plans are often cost prohibitive, particularly for larger companies. It's far more than your current telecom expense, but Altigen deals with that with our direct routing solution and will actually lower your overall telecom expense. And then Teams does have limited call routing capabilities. Those call routing capabilities may not be as robust as what you have with your current PBX. There's not a whole lot of performance reporting. There's activity reporting available, but not performance reporting. And I think, as everyone is probably aware, there's no contact center solution available from Microsoft with Teams, or no automated call recording. But these are all issues that Altigen resolves with our solutions. Being in this business for the past 20 years, we bring all of these solutions to the table and actually enhance Teams and make it a true enterprise class PBX system. We get an awful lot of questions from customers, mostly from customers, some from partners, but a lot of customers that say, I wasn't aware that Teams could be my enterprise PBX phone system. And when they start looking into it, they have a heck of a lot of questions about what they need to do to get started. And these questions range from, what kind of user devices, and Microsoft does a good job of pointing out the devices that are supported in Teams. Many times, if you're coming from a proprietary PBX like a Cisco, Avaya, Siemens, etc., those phones aren't going to be, they're not going to be supported with Teams. What we've seen is probably 60 to 80%, somewhere in that range of our customers go with headsets for the users, and some folks do want standalone desktop devices, which can either be a Teams specific desktop phone or a Polycom VVX model. Both will work. But one of the other big issues with Teams is that most business PBX systems actually support a number of analog devices, like security systems, fax machines, controlling the front door and things like that. And those devices are not natively supported in Teams, but Altigen does support those devices. We have a intelligent gateway that is tightly integrated with Teams that still allows you to support all of your analog devices that, for whatever reason, you're just not able to eliminate. But we'll support those devices and have them natively integrated Teams, just like a Teams extension. Another big question we get is SIP service availability, and I say we get questions, but these are, these questions mean these are what customers are considering when they're doing their planning. And for the multinational customers primarily, many of our customers, they're headquartered in the UK or they're headquartered in the US, but they have branch offices in various countries throughout Europe or South America or Asia. And it's a real challenge to figure out, how's the SIP service availability? How do we replace my phone systems in those various countries? And we'll advise you on that, on how you can do that most cost effectively with either our direct routing service with Microsoft calling plans or with one of our direct routing partners in other countries. So that's a big part. There's another big issue with larger companies in terms of phased migration. Larger companies typically don't migrate from their PBX, let's say 1,000 or more users overnight or over a weekend. So there needs to be a mechanism in place. Well, we migrate some users to Teams, but other users are still on the current PBX phone system, and they need to be able to talk to one another. They need to be able to do extension dialing, and we manage all of that as well. We manage the SIP number porting and all your user setup. We provide complete omni-channel contact center capabilities. And I'm not going to get into the details because this is typically a half a day or a day-long conversation with customers to go through these various capabilities and what's important to our customer. We also have a enterprise digital customer engagement solution that is far better than Teams call queues or PBX hunt groups. And of course, we stand behind everything with our deployment and support services to make this all happen. So without further ado, I'll just talk about the solutions that Altigen has to offer, and we'll start with our direct routing solution. So one of the challenges with some direct routing solutions, even though they are typically more cost-effective than Microsoft calling plans, is that there is no web-based configuration, simple menu-driven configuration. There's a lot of manual effort. on the part of the customer or the partner to set up a user using something besides Microsoft calling plans. But Altigen has a really nice service delivery platform that we just as easy to use as the Microsoft portal, if you're familiar with that, for Microsoft 365 applications. We also tap into that and allow easy user setup for all of your phone numbers, your phone number porting, and all your users, assigning numbers, etc. So we make this process really simple for our customers and partners. But in addition to the direct routing, we also provide a number of other applications that add value to Teams phone system, as you can see appearing on the screen. So everywhere, anywhere from operator console to detailed enterprise call reporting, comprehensive omni-channel contact center, our enterprise-based digital customer engagement platform, and then call recording. So pretty much we can meet virtually every organization's communications requirements between what Microsoft delivers in Teams and what Altigen delivers in terms of solutions and services. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly go through all of those items that popped up on that previous slide, just to give you an idea of what we deliver. And as I mentioned, we have a really simple portal for provisioning our direct routing solution. So single pane of glass management to choose numbers, to assign those numbers to users, to get users set up in the system, manage all of your configurations and extensions, all in a simple menu-driven approach. So this really makes life easier, much easier on our customers as they move to our direct routing solution. So that's our portal. Well, now once you have the portal, of course, you're going to use that with direct routing. So the way our direct routing solution is, it is certified by Microsoft because we use Ribbon SBCs that are deployed in Azure. And that means the phone service that we provide over our SIP network will connect to the Ribbon SBCs that are deployed in Azure, and then connect directly to Teams Auto Attendant or Altigen's routing and queuing applications, and then delivered to the Teams users. So it's completely certified, all based on Azure, deployed in Azure, supported by Altigen. And for most of our customers, when they compare our SIP service, our direct routing service, to Microsoft calling plans, we're anywhere from 30 to 40% less, depending on the size of the customer. So it's a real cost savings our customers can enjoy as well. Many customers that are now migrating to Teams have themselves already an omni-channel contact center, and so I'll just explain what I mean by omni-channel. That is, omni-channel, I'm simply referring to not only to the voice channel that has been traditional in call centers, but all the other digital media channels like SMS or web chat, social media, email and fax, all of those capabilities now coming into the contact center and then distributed to your agents, based on their skills and based on the capabilities that you want them to deliver. And our omnichannel contact center also includes both historical and real-time reporting. It includes supervisory capabilities. We have a workforce management component, outbound dialing, quality management. So it is a very complete system. Completely integrated. All the components are integrated, but they can be deployed on a modular basis. Everything is deployed and managed in Azure and then directly connected to Teams. Now we have a new product that's coming out called Core Interact, which is an enterprise customer engagement platform. And this is designed not for the heads down contact center people that are taking 150 phone calls or 100 chat requests a day, but for those folks that are working in sales or human resources or even the IT help desk that during the course of the day, they're going to get various emails or faxes, or in some cases faxes, SMS requests, sometimes chats, possibly social media. So our enterprise platform, similar to our contact center platform, has a basic feature set so that we can take in all these various interaction types, allow your customers to interact with you on the channel they choose, whether it's voice or chat or SMS, email, etc. And we'll make sure, based on the routing engine available in our Core Interact platform, that we get those calls to the right people, or I should clarify what I say calls or emails or chat, whatever the media is, get those interactions to the right people. Now, the primary difference between our contact center product that I talked about, the omnichannel contact center, and our customer engagement platform is that our customer engagement platform requires no additional desktop client. Everything is delivered right natively within Teams. So it's really simple to deploy and really simple to manage for your line of business executives. We also have an enterprise call recording solution that is natively integrated to Teams. And our solution is, again, like every one of our software solutions, deployed in Azure and offers server-based call recording. So we don't depend on the agents to hit the record button. You determine based on the number called or the work group that's called or the call center that's called, do we record these calls or not? And do we want to record all calls or just a sampling of calls for quality assurance purposes? All of those capabilities are built in. We also have the ability to record not only PSTN calls, in other words, calls coming from the outside world, but we have the capability to, if there's a Teams to Teams call within your organization and you would like those calls recorded, we can do that as well. So everything we have, again, is deployed in Azure as a Teams trusted endpoint. And we also have a new option available with our call recording that leverages speech analytics in Azure, so that these recorded calls can be analyzed, looking for keywords, doing sentiment analysis, and then reporting back to you, so you gain new insights into your customer interactions. I had mentioned earlier also we do complete enterprise reporting. So this is for all Teams activities, not just call reporting. Everything your users do in Teams will be reported on. In addition, we also do device monitoring and analytics on that, so you can determine if you have not just activity, but also bad, poor quality, and help you zero in on maybe issues with a particular user or home network in today's environment, and help get those things resolved. And this is available on both a real-time basis as well as a historical reporting basis. And finally, the application, as this is a mock-up, we will be introducing an operator console for Teams phone system that will allow your corporate operators to quickly take calls in Teams and transfer those calls to the appropriate personnel, and have all the buttons available. And this will actually be a free product that we'll be offering. So just to make the operators more productive and make it, enhance all of our customers' experience with Microsoft Teams. Now, again, we get lots of questions from customers. Hey, I'm not really I'm familiar with Teams as a collaboration platform. I'm not that familiar with Teams as a phone system platform. So we will come in for both customers and partners. And I would say that most of the partners that we work with, we actually provide services on behalf of our partners, where the partner is always the digital partner of record. But we help the partners out to be able to consult with the customer, identify what their requirements are. We'll come back and design a solution. And when I say design a solution, of course, it's going to be based on Teams. But do you need any analog devices supported? Do you need to support international offices? Do we have to bring in, additional third-party SIP providers in countries, like China or Hong Kong or India, that we can also help you with? And so we'll design both the system from both a configuration perspective and a usage perspective. And then we will also go ahead and deploy everything, make sure your system is up and running. We do this on a global basis, and we'll test everything to make sure it works out. Everything is working to your satisfaction. And once that happens, then we'll provide the end user training and train your folks. And if you want us to, we'll also provide level 1 support services for you after the fact. So if you have users calling with issues, we've got folks staffed 24/7 to be able to handle those kinds of calls. So just sort of rounding this off, then, our entire, let's say, objective as a company is to develop a complete integrated enterprise communication solutions for Microsoft Teams. And hopefully on this quick overview that I've done here, that it's clear that we enhance Teams with an integrated end-to-end communications suite of solutions. Our objective is to help, if you're a partner, or help your customers replace their expensive proprietary PBX system with Teams phone system. If you're a customer, of course, we can help you do that as well. And our solution Also, our solution, because it's Teams-based solution, is really a great time to migrate to Teams phone system in the new work at home and let's say work at home environment that is probably here to stay. I think most people would agree that this is not going to be a short-lived program. Most companies will continue to see many more employees working from home on an ongoing basis. So everything we do is deployed in Azure. So we're 100% right down the line with Microsoft. We provide a complete set of solutions, so both our customers and partners don't need to be systems integrators. You can rely on a single vendor to deliver all the solutions and services and make sure we get you up and running on Teams and we get you supported. And for our partners, we do help you drive new revenue streams with minimal investment and technical resources, because we'll provide those resources on your behalf. Okay, so that is that's my presentation, everyone. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can certainly get hold of us at Altigen. Actually, I see that we have an investor relations email address on here, so I apologize for that. You can also reach us at sales@altigen.com or at our main number, and or you can call me directly at 408-597-9090, and we're always happy to answer any questions you may have. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate your attendance.
Okay, we've had no questions in the queue so far. I've just posted a link to the session survey, so it's important to give our speakers feedback on their sessions, so they can learn and grow from your experience of their session. I've also posted a link to the breakout session, which happens just after this, so you can hang out with the presenter, ask any other questions that you didn't get a chance to ask in the live session. And if there's no other questions, we can end in a minute. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Randy. Thank you for moderating. Appreciate that.
That's okay.
All right.
Have a good afternoon.
All right. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.